Hello, I'm Dr. Kelly Martin Shu, Amazon bestselling author, speaker, and transformational coach for women. And today we are going to talk about confidence and resiliency. And it was inspired by a workshop that I attended with my husband. I've got a 9-year-old daughter, and I really want to raise her to be confident. So we went to a workshop called Raising Resilient Girls, and it was hosted by a nonprofit which I totally love and contribute to every month, called Girls Leadership. So let's talk about what I learned. And what I learned from a woman that shared, she took us right back to our youth, and she studies confidence in girls. Now, you might be asking, why am I talking about girls when I am a dating coach for women, right? She starts with them really young at first grade through their senior year. This is the range of which girls leadership, that program really impacts girls' lives, and they teach them how to have a voice. Now, what they're teaching is amazing, and I know that the work that they're doing, they're teaching women or young girls to be more confident, to speak their truth, to know boundaries, to learn how to say no. These are all things that as adult women, you know, we need to, or we get to learn so that we can create conscious, loving partnerships. So I'd like to start by saying, you know, it's amazing that our confidence, actually, I want to get a piece of paper because I want to draw something for you because it really blew me away. So let's get paper. Give me just a second. Hang with me. All right. So I'm not the best graphic artist, but I want to show you a chart, the basis of a chart that's going to directly impact you and have you start thinking about your dating life and how confident or not confident you might be. In fact, I work with a lot of women who hold a lot of shame from their past. They hold shame from a diagnosis. They might have an STI or eating disorders, or they think they're broken because they're divorced now, or they've dated all the wrong men. So I'm going to show you a timeline. The timeline here is age, and this is going to be at 5 years old, and we're going to go up to 12th grade. I'm going to show you this really, really cool chart. Confidence. All right, so here's what they discovered is confidence, okay? Up here is the range of confidence. Your confidence as a woman, here's what's crazy. They discovered that for most women, it is highest at what age? 5 years old. And unless there's some integration or some help or some coaching or some fantastic parenting, this is what you can expect from your girls. Confidence decreases over time. And they say that it is at the age of 5 that our confidence is the highest. I also want to share a little piece that kind of surprised me. If we take the age off the bottom and we look at, I show you a graph at GPAs. So I work with a lot of conscious, very bright, very successful women. They are successful in every area of their life except for their love life. These are strong women. I'm going to show you what happens with GPA. So GPA of a 4.0, and this is lower GPAs. So anxiety, we're no longer looking at confidence. We're going to look at anxiety. I should have done this beforehand, but I just want you to see a general skew. Here's what else I learned, is that anxiety raises from the age of 5 on up, and also raises the higher your GPA. So if you're coming out of school with a GPA of 4.0 or more, your anxiety is much higher than a kid that's a girl specifically that is showing lower grades. So what does this have to do with you and your confidence and your resiliency in dating? First and foremost, let's go back to the 4-year-old version, I'm sorry, the 5-year-old version of you. I'm going to share a little picture. I don't know my exact age, but my guess is I was about 5 years old in this picture. Okay. Little Kelly Martin with her mushroom hair because I just got it cut. And they called me mushroom head there for a little bit, or at least my dad did. It was kind of like a shame, incredibly shameful. But it was at that point in my life, man, I thought I could take on the world. And this woman opened up this program showing a picture of her in her underoos. She was, I might be dating myself for some of you women, back in the 70s, when I was a kid, 70s, 80s, underoos were the bomb. These were, it was like what I thought was my first bra, okay? And it was Scooby-Doo underoos. And when I wore these Scooby-Doo underoos, I felt like I could take on the world. And so we see our little girls at young ages, you know, now Wonder Woman's come back. Here's Wonder Woman. All right, she can take on the world. She can do anything. You ask a 5-year-old, a healthy 5-year-old, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they'll say, oh, I want to be an author, or I want to be a dancer, or also it's often an and. I want to be an author, a dancer, and a firefighter, right? And these children, these little girls are so amazing. And this is where I want you to get back to. I want you to think, what did you think was possible when you were 5 years old? You know, did you follow some of those paths? Did you know you were going to be a doctor? Or did you know you wanted to work with children, right? I want you to reclaim that invincibility of the 5-year-old version of you. These 5-year-olds have something to teach us women, because as I showed, confidence over time generally decreases. Why does it decrease? Some of it is our environment and the expectations we have for little girls. In fact, little girls have this societal expectation nowadays. In some ways, it's worse than ever, because girls are expected to not only do well in school and, you know, do well in sports. Now they're being told that, you know, you can do well in math too. So that's fantastic, great girls empowerment, right? But now there's an expectation that they're also perfect in art and science and math. So we have this expectation of girls. Now, where does this come in for you? As I said, also, as the GPA raises with young girls over time, confidence decreases and anxiety increases. So what did I say? The higher the grades, the higher the anxiety, and the lower the confidence. So here's what I want to dial in, is if you want to be confident in dating, you get to return to that 5-year-old version of you where anything and everything is possible. And in the world of manifestation, I can guarantee if you can get back into what we call state, superhero state, you know, then you are going to set yourself up for more success. And so how do we get in that state? You know, I don't have my Scooby-Doo underoos anymore. I wish I did. I remember I kept them in the top drawer of my wardrobe, and I outgrew them. And when I held them up when I was older, I couldn't believe how small they were. I mean, as I said, that was my first bra. That's my little secret for you today. Scooby-Doo underoos was Dr. Kelly's first bra. But I felt invincible when I would wear this. So you probably don't have your Scooby-Doo underoos anymore, and you probably don't dress up anymore or wear costumes of what you want to be when you grow up, right? So how can we do this? So one of the hidden secrets that I have women do is when they go on a date, you know, wear sexy lingerie. Why? It's because you know what's going on under the clothes. In fact, I got some sexy undies on right now, little panties. And it just creates what we call state. It is what's going on from the inside out, okay? I also want to rebuild your self-esteem. For example, if you're feeling broken or not good enough or no one's gonna love you, you will attract men that don't see your greatness, and you'll start to bring down your light, just like those little girls, right? Because of societal expectations and trying to be the good girl and the perfect girl. So here's what I encourage you to do. Get a journal if you don't have one. And I challenge you to come up with 100 things that make you lovable, or memories that you have from your past where you felt confident. So maybe it was a day when you asked for a raise. Maybe it was the day one of your children was born. Maybe it was a day that you graduated from your school with high grades, right? And so I want you to start tallying, challenge you, 100 things you love about yourself that makes you lovable, makes you special, and also remembering those highlights of those times when you did feel confident. And I want you to start reviewing these things, because I'm telling you, you are amazing. And how do I know this? Because you are you. And let's get back to that 5-year-old version of you where love and life was possible before we got tarnished, before we had some life experiences where we metaphorically fell off the horse and we've never quite gotten back on. So this is where resiliency is important. So I don't care how many dates you've been on, right? There is the story of one woman who had been on, I think she had been on like 78 dates because she was committed. It was like on the 78th date, she found her lifelong partner. So it might happen on your next date. It might happen on your 10th date. I don't know when it's going to happen, but to hold that place of possibility that you are deserving of love. I also want to talk about why we often hide behind our gifts. And little girls do this. And as they age, right, the ones that are at the top of their class, remember how I said anxiety also rises and confidence decreases? Is that many young girls, and we bring this into adulthood, is that we think by being smart, by being talented, you know, by having the gifts that we have, that in some way that makes us less lovable to men. Like that men don't want the successful girl. This is bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit. But we play that in our mind. You know, we think about how we're exposed to like princesses at a young age, and the princess is so perfect and she has this perfect body which isn't even physiologically possible. Okay, so what we want to do is we want you to reclaim your gifts. Go out and get some panties that help you feel confident and sexy. Think about all of those things, all of those accomplishments that make you you and you so special. As far as resiliency, what we need to do is kind of push a reset button, okay? So that you don't bring your whole past into your present that creates the same future. This is why so many women date the same guy over and over and over again, the kind of guy that doesn't treat her well, that doesn't support her, that doesn't help out in partnership, right? Is because psychologically, if we are still believing that that's the only possibility, we will recreate it over and over and over again. So hopefully you found this insightful today. Get back to that 5-year-old girl version of you. What might be the most confident version? Let's reclaim our inner 5-year-old. Let's go out and get some underoos, right? Even if you wanted to get some Wonder Woman underoos, like whatever it takes. It's time to reclaim your femininity and your power and your sexual pleasure so that you can be a magnet for love. It starts here. It actually starts with the heart. It actually starts with you claiming and reclaiming that little girl. I love to say, heal the girl and the woman will arise. So if there's some things from your childhood that haven't been resolved, it's time, right? So let's get you back on track where everything becomes possible, where love becomes possible. Make your list of 100 things. 100 is challenging. I've given this exercise to so many women over the years. 100 things that you love about yourself, or you could love about yourself. And if you get stuck, ask your friends, what makes me lovable? What makes me special? We have to reclaim that confidence. Men love confident women. They do, okay? And 10x your sexiness with the superpower of sexy underwear and lingerie. If you like what you're seeing today, be sure to tune in every Tuesday for Transformational Tuesday. Same time, same place here live on Facebook. And I would like to invite you, if you're listening and you're a sister that is feeling like it is time to break the code, to activate my love blueprint, to be confident and resilient and to get back out there and magnetize the kind of man that you want, let's have a chat. Let's see if there's a good fit for us to coach. Today I've opened up Saturday, which I normally don't work on Saturdays. We are going to do an Activate Your Love Blueprint coach-a-thon. I've got 5 spots, and all you need to do, we're going to make this really simple. You need to email me, Dr. Kelly, Dr. Kelly, K-E-L-L-Y, at pinktent.com. Tell me your name, your email, and we have, well, I'll open up 5 time slots. I have a 10 a.m., an 11:30, a 1 p.m., a 2:30, and a 4 p.m. 5 slots. Once they're filled, they're done. Okay? This is only available for women who have never had the opportunity to work with me and to explore what's possible. So again, email me, Dr. Kelly at pinktent.com. Give me your name. Your name, your email, and your phone number so we can connect, and I will book you for one of those times. And we'll take it from there. Dr. Kelly Martin Shue, Amazon bestselling author, speaker, and transformational coach for women, and have a fantastic day.